and a Michigan Football Report host here at Chat Sports, James Yoder. Bet we couldn't get 100 comments on today's video. He keeps trying to double and triple and quadruple down, and we keep taking to the shed. Help us out. Get that 100 comment threshold on today's show. Type LM for like lose Michigan, whatever you want to type. Just spam it in the comments of today's show. Let's talk quarterback battle, because that's always a key talking point for Ohio State. The Columbus Dispatch writing about if the Ohio State quarterback battle is actually real, or if it's kind of more like last year's battle, which wasn't really a battle. Here's what Brian White of the Dispatch wrote. There's too many whites and rights in there for me. It does indeed feel like last year when Dave was on that Devin Brown might be the starter, while likely hoping Howard would emerge and take control of the competition. Sayin is the can't-miss passer, but Kienholz is a tough competitor and a superb athlete. It all lines up as a way to push Sayin to excellence, with Kienholz becoming a quality backup. I'll say this. I don't think they're actually that similar. Like, you transfer, this is different than having a transfer previous starter from a Power 5 school or Power 4 school coming in with a totally unproven guy. It's unproven 5-star against unproven 4-star. And by the way, if we're basing this on, well, we hope that this guy emerges, that actually does imply that it is real. That does imply that there is actually scenarios in which Sayin is not the starter. I think both of these things can be true. It can be a real battle with a preferred winner. I don't think those are mutually exclusive. I think that probably is what's happening. That Ohio State, if they had their outcomes, their preferred winner, it's Julian Sayin. That the younger guy, the presumptive more talented guy based on the recruiting rankings, the favorite going into it, he wins the job, and Kienholz has pushed him, and it's made everybody better in the end. But I don't think it's going to be like, I'll be honest, I never really thought Devin Brown was going to be a starter last year. Like, that kind of felt like, hope he does not transfer immediately, and have some depth back there, because he didn't have great depth behind him. Like, maybe you feel better about Kienholz and Sayin as the backups there. Like, that was like just Will Howard's job. I think this is more of a competition, and the best guy will play. Like, I don't think they're just going to be like, we can't. It's got to be Sayin no matter what. I think it was really Howard no matter what last year. But a tie, maybe even 5% one way or the other, actually does go in favor of Julian Sayin. And that's why I think in the end he does end up winning the job. And I would be surprised if he didn't. But I don't think it's a fraudulent competition, So what do you think? Does Kienholz have a real chance to be QB1? Y for yes, N for no. Let me know in the pinned comments of today's video. The ad comes here on YouTube. Take advantage of it. Head down there and let me know. We've got commitment watch here. Ohio State quarterback target Jordan Thomas is going to announce his commitment later today / depending on when you're watching, you may have already come to fruition one way or the other. A 4-star recruit in the class of 2026, hails from New Jersey. He is the number 2 player in the state, number 17th ranked overall cornerback, by the way, as well. He's got 5 finalists. Kind of an interesting group for a New Jersey player. Ohio State, Notre Dame, I know it's actually further away, but kind of tracks, especially when I went to a Catholic high school like that. Come on. Auburn, A&M, and that team up north, all the 5 finalists for Thomas. Ohio State doesn't really have a true cornerback commit, at least not right now. Jacob Witherspoon might end up playing corner for them, but he's listed as a safety right now on the 24/7 Sports composite rankings. Blaine Bradford, the 5-star safety, who is a really good player. Simon Simeon, I'm actually not sure which it is. I'm sure somebody is closely followed his high school career can tell me who it is in the comments, but I actually kind of heard both, so I'm not sure if it's Simeon or Simon. Probably going to play safety for Ohio State, but he's a fringe top 100 recruit as well. One more note, by the way, on Thomas. He will only take one official visit. It's the school he's going to commit to. Some good buzz as of late for Ohio State, but by no means set in stone what the decision will be later this afternoon. And you can get some Ohio State National Championship gear. Go to chatsports.com/OSU champs to get a hat, a t-shirt, and or a hoodie to celebrate the Buckeyes winning the college football playoff. Link will be in the comments section and the description of today's show. So go check it out. Chatsports.com/OSU champs. A Final Four for a 4-star. That's edge Carter Meadows has told Hayes Fawcett that Ohio State is in his Final Four schools. Carter Meadows actually from D.C., so they got kind of a limited amount of prospects who are technically from D.C. and not like Virginia or Maryland. Number 7th ranked edge, 70th overall. We've kind of mentioned this before. It would be nice to land some edge recruits and defensive line recruits. I think there's been some misses over the years. OSU was a late entry here. They did not offer Meadows until March 4th, but the Buckeyes did, or March 2nd, excuse me. Buckeyes have made that Final Four. OSU, team up north, Penn State, South Carolina. So a little bit more localized for Meadows than, some of the other recruits we've talked about on the show. But again, top player in his district, I guess we'll call it, not state. I'm not sure how to describe that one because it's listed as the states, but it's not. Anyway, will Ohio State land Carter Meadows? A for yes, B for no. Let me know in the comments of today's show. A, B, sound off in the comments of today's show. 2026 wide receiver, this is insane to me, Caden Dixon-Wyatt putting a stop to the flip rumors that have been circulating. Of course, he just committed, which kind of just feels like either A, operating off of outdated information, B, straight up hopium lies from other fan bases. I don't know, he just committed. You don't see that flip happen like that. Come on. Here's what Caden Dixon-Wyatt said. I know where home is. The coaches, the culture, and the opportunity to develop at the highest level. There's nowhere else I'd rather be. I am locked in. Go Bucks. The same people who were trying to flip Chris Henry Jr., right? Anyway, don't miss out on any Ohio State recruiting news. We'll have you guys covered here all off-season long, even in the boring periods. Hit that sub button. YouTube.com/Go Bucks. One thing I kind of want to, rant on again. Look, teams are looking for new revenue streams. I get all of that. There's been conversation reporting that the game could end up with a more corporate title between the team up north and Ohio State, which here's what Ross Bjork, the AD, responded to in terms of an email he had sent. He said, I believe our Learfield and Ohio State properties still have this on their inventory list, but nothing has come together just yet. Maybe someday soon. I hate this, actually. I understand the desire to, generate more revenue and pay for NIL stuff, and I understand that, even though you'd actually be cooperating with Team Up North on this one, and, does the Big Ten get a cut? There's so much, such a ridiculous amount of red tape. I feel like the only ones who get paid in the end are the lawyers and the billable hours, which are undefeated, but, come on. Not everything needs a sponsor. It's whatever. It's the Rose Bowl presented by whatnot. No, it's the Rose Bowl. The game is the game. It's still the Gator Bowl to me. It's not even the Gator Bowl anymore. It's still the Orange Bowl to me. Now this, I guess maybe this is me being a boomer, but I don't want the game, presented by Capital One. It's just the game. That's all it is. Part of the reason I think so many people love college football is the pageantry, the traditions, just the general energy that comes. And it's how it's going to go. I've accepted that. The more and more we go along in terms of the, NIL era, making it more pro football, I get that. But let me keep some of my traditions. Let me keep something on this end that isn't just pure corporate kind of nonsense. So I would appreciate it if it's just the game and nothing else got attached to it. Now, if you made it to the end of the video, if you agree with that little rant there, first off, appreciate you. You guys are real ones. Thank you very much. If you made it to the end of the video, like today's show right now.